Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you're having a great start to your day. It is March 20th. It is 9:19 a.m. on the dot. It's a beautiful sunny day in New York City. It is currently right now, the temperature is 51 degrees. Well, no, that can't be right. I'm sorry. It is 33 degrees and the high will be 51 for today. So I just would like to say welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live broadcast show. I was battling a cold over the weekend, so my voice may sound shaky, but nevertheless, I came live just to check in with my community, my audience, and my beautiful support, beautiful supporters. Hello. Welcome. Shout out to the replay gang. You have the best seat in the house. Shout out to the podcast listeners and shout out to the Bushwatchers. That's not the order I'll usually put it in, but today's Monday. I'm a little delayed, but welcome, chat. I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend and having a great start to your Monday, wherever you are listening from. You are near and afar. Just welcome to the chat. I had a good weekend. It was relaxing, but it was also kind of, I don't know. I had a cold battling with a cold. I don't like getting colds. I don't know how I got a cold, but I had a cold. And that's why my voice sound like this, and it's okay. But, I do what I do, and I'm still coming live to check out my audience to see how you all are doing. And the title, what did I title this video? Open discussion, insight and perspective. I've been looking over YouTube. I've been checking some things out. Yeah, Monday Madness, open discussion, insight and perspective. And that's where we come in at and participate with one another and share our thoughts and opinions on the things that's going on and the things that we have witnessed over the weekend, or just anything you want to share personally. You are more than welcome to do that. This is a free and open forum for all who wants to come in and participate and just engage with one another and interact respectfully and respect each other's opinions and just, make it a great show. I do want to start off by saying that I have been moving my content in a different direction because that's what I'm aiming to do. However, it's not that easy because, when you put in a certain algorithm, you stay there for a while and it's hard to get out. But I'm going to make my way out of that algorithm so I will have no remnants, no residue, no memories of any past sector I was in. I've done it before and I'm going to do it again. Move out of the sector that I voluntarily came into, and I'm doing it on my own and moving out of it. But, I have an audience from sectors that I grew, and I don't forget my audience. I don't forget where I came from. Their and your opinions and your concerns matter to me also. And that's why I would like to say, if anytime you want to discuss something in particular or want to bring up something in particular, I don't think we have to focus on one particular thing. We could talk about it as a whole, as a community, and we don't have to shun anyone out. Good morning, Lasagna. Detroit is in the building. How you doing, Lasagna? How are you? I'm glad. Lasagna, you are a beautiful member of mine, and you have been since day one, and that should not go unannounced, and that you should, and I appreciate you for your support. I'm grateful to have someone like you on my side and who have belief. I don't know. Lasagna, I struggle to say, because I don't want to offend anyone. I know I won't offend you if I say, oh, Lasagna has belief in me. She believes in me that I can take my channel where I want to take my channel and in a way I want to take my channel. So I'll just say it feels good to have someone like yourself who believe in me and who believe that I can, set out to do what I want to do. So I'll just say it like that. Thank you, Lasagna, for just your genuine support. It means a lot to me. Great, just working and listening. Lasagna, thank you for working and listening. Lasagna is from the Detroit area, and Lasagna is a Gemini. And I know a lot of people are like, well, astrology is so stupid. It's just fun to talk about. It's fun to engage with. It's not like everyone take every sign and every particular description of a sign so seriously where we just can't have fun with it. A lot of people get really serious to the point where like, oh, astrology is stupid. And if you believe in astrology, you're just as stupid as them. It's not like a faithful or undying belief in astrology. It's just fun. It's fun to Thank you, Lasania. She said, I do believe in your channel. Thank you for believing in my channel. If anyone is in the bushes and they want to drop down and say hello, by all means, drop down and say hello. Don't be shy. We are here because we are totally different and we want to stand out from the rest. Now, with that being said, I'm on my Chromebook and I'm like going to be going back and forth on my phone. And, I've been going through some things and everyone should know who's listening and who's been with me since day one. Well, not day one, since I just told everyone I'm not going to be talking about certain things and I left a certain sector. It's like, okay, it still come up in my algorithm. I do want to talk about a variety of things. This is an entertainment show. It should be looked at as that, as such, a variety of things, multiple topics, things that we are familiar with and not familiar with. Bronx, have you seen the updates on Mrs. LaTruth? No, wait, what? You know what? With her, I'm not really like too fond of her. It says LaTruth clears his name once again about Mrs. LaTruth going live and speaking. Okay, no, I haven't heard. You want to elaborate, Lasania? We could talk about that. She's doing her thing. Courtney Rain, now Tyler Perry. She's doing her thing. Country Wayne, now I'm not a fan of Mrs. LaTruth, right? Because I feel like she give a lot of women false hope. I believe that she was in, and still believe that she probably was in allegedly an abusive relationship with an insane man, right? Just his ideology and beliefs alone, just and his mentality and fixed mindset alone, just tells me what type of relationship she had to endure. Now I feel like she's gaining her independence, and she should put that towards more of a productive, right, use. I think. I don't. Wait. wait. Mrs. LaTruth. Check chocolate. I don't know what's going on with her though. What's like outstanding with her? What did she do? Like, I don't know. I just see her name and titles and everything, but I didn't hear anything like so serious. So what is it with Country Wayne and Tyler Perry? I used to watch Country Wayne. I just feel like his skits are becoming a little bit, I don't know, repetitive. I stopped watching his skits because I used to watch his skits on Facebook with Blake. My favorite character out of the whole skits were Blake. And I felt like he was using his skits to try to change Blake. So when I come in and I say, oh, why are you trying to change Blake? The average response is it's a skit, but the skit is about Blake. So, but why are you trying to change Blake and talking down to her and being condescending to her? Because her name in the skit is Blake. So I just stopped watching Country Wayne after his skits with Blake. I felt like she was the star of the show and she should be a little bit more further in her career than she is now, if she's not already, right? So I stopped watching Country Wayne at that point. Now, Tyler Perry, I don't follow his work too often. I feel like he give me I don't know. He contradicts himself a lot. I feel like Tyler Perry, I don't know. That's just not my cup of tea. I have watched Madea shows. I have watched his movies. I have heard him speak. I just feel like, I don't know, he's supposed to, rescue Black people? She will be on Zach and Zatima. Who's Zach and Zatima? Who's that? Lasania. I don't know who Zach and Zatima is, if you want to elaborate. Let me see. Wait. Is this it? Wait, no, that was 2 months ago. I see a title that says, Mrs. LaTruth, tell us why Mr. LaTruth is an alleged narcissist and abuser. Like, we already know that, and a lot of people use that word narcissist, and because I do it, but I don't like really mean it. People call me a narcissist. I'll take that label. I embrace that label because everyone have a little bit or tad bit narcissism in them, especially if you're a social media influence, especially if you like in front of the public, voicing your opinion, giving advice. You do have a little narcissistic traits, personality to you. Um, Women are narcissists, men are narcissists. It's like, so who's a better narcissist? Is spinoff with sisters. Oh, that's okay. Well, that's good. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that she should be that's a good thing she's getting a spinoff, right? Because she do need to generate an income and maintain a certain level of income to take care of her family. So she's doing a spinoff. Then I think that's kind of cool. Is that a bad thing, Lasania? What's your thoughts on her doing a spinoff with her sisters? I really don't follow her because I feel like she kind of like she have an attitude problem. She portray herself as this pretty girl that can't be touched, or she can't be like ridiculed or just given criticism. I just feel like she's a little bit too stuck up in her ways, and that's okay. She is younger than me. She's entitled, but it's like she's not like appealing to me. If that makes sense to you, Lasania, you know. Um, I also was looking at. Did you hear about Black China removing her what is it called, her implants and her fillers, and now she says she's giving herself to God? I just, I don't know. I just feel like some people do things for attention, whether it's good or bad. Also, I have a soft spot for women who has been abused, right? Awesome. I have a soft spot for women who has been abused. Right. I feel like she has, more ways than one, been mentally, emotionally, verbally abused, allegedly, and possibly physically, right? Because all, I don't know, the evidence lead to that, all of that, just by her. Hold on the phone. Okay, no problem. There are people listening in. They're listening in. They're not chiming in. They're listening, which is a good thing. If either you can comment or you can't comment, this is the opportunity to just, you know, uh, share your thoughts and opinions. I know that this may take a different turn from what most people are listening to or what most people like tune into. This channel will be like, how you say it, have drama in it, but that's not my intent to have drama in it. Everyone have a different perspective and an insight and view and opinion on things. I feel like facts matter the most. So that's what this is about, mainly about. I have been listening to all sorts of things on YouTube. The latest I've heard was Black China removing her hi Crystal, good morning. You go ahead and work, Crystal. You listen and you work. Those are for my podcast listeners. I'm talking and I'm speaking for my podcast listeners who can't like just dump in or can't like tune in or comment. That's okay. I appreciate it. Now I'm learning my audience. Most of my audience, if they don't comment, I'll just take it as they're working, they're listening, they're moving around, they're listening to it as a podcast. And my expectations are not for everyone to come and say hello, but if you can and if you want to, you have the opportunity to do it and you are welcome to do so. I appreciate that. Good morning, Bronx and Chad. Let me highlight Crystal. Crystal says she's working. Purpose Driven is in the building. Good morning, Bronx and Chad. Happy spring. Oh my gosh. Spring is right around, tomorrow is spring, right? Officially. And thank you for saying happy spring, Purpose Driven, because it is springtime. It's a different season, it's a different change, a different atmosphere, a different feel. So definitely thank you, Purpose Driven. I'm back. Look at the sign. She said I'm back. Good morning, Alter Ego Perspective. From Loving Me Tracy Anderson. Good morning. Good morning to Loving Me Tracy Anderson. Happy birthday to your baby. I be seeing things, happy birthday to your baby. Is that your baby that love pink? Because I know Loving Me Tracy Anderson, right? I just know. I think you put a picture up of your baby. She's celebrating a birthday. I don't know. I think is that the same baby that love pink? I like to see when women, they wear the colors they love the most, right? So that's how I say, oh, her favorite color must be pink. and that's okay because my favorite color is purple, right? So happy birthday to your baby. It just popped up a while ago in my post. Tracy, wait, I'm sorry. Here she go. Okay, here she go. There she go. Yeah, happy birthday to your baby. And it just popped up. It didn't pop up right now, but it popped up a little while ago. But I popped it up because I wanted to be sure that your baby loved pink. I love her hair. Oh my goodness. If I could only get my hair that pink, I will wear it for the whole spring. That's like her signature color, right? Happy 22nd birthday to you, beautiful daughter of Tracy Anderson. See how cute and sexy she is, embracing her sexiness. Women shouldn't be afraid to embrace who they are, and your daughter just exhibit that. So happy birthday to your daughter, Tracy Anderson. Thank you. No, pink is not her favorite color. My bad. But I like that pink hair. It looks absolutely beautiful on her, and it looked like she invested in that hair because it's just the quality of it. Not to sit there and scan her, but it looks nice. Let me see. Lasagna said, I feel like she should chill on the extra and just do her thing. What you mean, Lasagna? You talking about we still talking about Brianna? You don't think what you think she should chill on? I don't know what about Brianna. I feel like, she garner attention in many ways and she like getting attention that she get, and it's all fine, well and good. It's just that the negative attention is going to come no matter what she do or say. Oh, okay. Thank you, loving me, Tracy. She said Pink Mafia is my baby girl, the one who has a chance. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know what's so funny? Because they look similarly alike. I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna lie. I know they probably have differences, but they do favor each other in many ways. So I probably got them confused, but you have a beautiful family, Miss Tracy Anderson. Loving me, Tracy Anderson, to get it correct. So I was lost for thought. But what I'm saying is, with Brianna, Miss LaTruth, I really don't follow her. Now it's like women are coming forward and giving their testimonies about their regret for something they did in the beginning. Like, I feel like if a woman, or anyone, not particularly a woman, if anyone look in the mirror and they see something they don't like and they want to change it, they should have the right to do so. They shouldn't be ridiculed or scorned or shunned out the community because they took, something that was making them unhappy and did something about it. Blac Chyna getting her fillers and her silicone removed probably was something more of a health issue, and which is good. Right. So I feel like if a woman want to get fillers and Botox and silicone, that's something that you have to be confident in doing. And if you don't feel like you are so confident in to change yourself and you need a guideline or rules, then that's something you just have to think about. Happy birthday to your daughter, Tracy. Yes, happy birthday to your daughter, Tracy. Thank you, Lasagna. I really wanted to get to the root of the problem because I was looking at some things on YouTube. And I feel like with certain people in certain sectors, they like to throw things under the rug, especially when it comes to the Black community. When I say the Black community, we all have our share of problems, and there are things that we can improve. And Black community, whether you want to admit it or not, we are an oppressed people. We have been an oppressed people. We have been discarded. We weren't looked at as a human like many centuries ago, right? We didn't have rights. We didn't have equality. We weren't equal to what we are now. So when I look at YouTube and I see the things that's going on and certain sectors in particular, like if you are calling yourself the beef sector, so be it. So that's just what it is. Right. But when things come out that's like so serious, like in nature, and when things and issues and problems arise, there are people that are come to the forefront, so willing to come to the forefront and simp and advocate for all of the wrong things. Oh, wait. Pink is 20. Okay, wait. Pink is 20 and Latia is 22. And I want is okay. So you have all young women. That's good. It's a scary thing, isn't it? Tracy, I think it's scary, like having young girls, young guys, especially in this day and age, in this time, and at this present moment, it could be scary. Being a mother is scary, is regardless of the fact of how old your children are. And we don't ever want to feel like our children are not ever safe. But in those young, vulnerable, impressionable years, it's much more scary, especially with the influence that is today. Let me see. She's beautiful without that stuff. Black China Mom was tripping. Tokyo, a little throat off. But listen, I feel like when people do that, it's like condescending. Like when I was telling you about that guy that was telling me, oh, you're very beautiful. He put emphasis on very beautiful. Like, I feel like that's coming on a little bit too strong. I feel like that's like kind of like fake and phony compliments. When someone say you are very beautiful, like, okay, that's a compliment. But when you put very in it, it just takes away from the compliment. I feel like if she looked at the mirror, in the mirror and said, you know what, I want to improve my looks. Because me myself, if I would look in the mirror and I see something I don't like, better believe I'm going to change it, no matter what nobody say. What Black China is, she's in an industry where she have to fit a beauty standard or obtain a certain amount of beauty. And I hear people saying, I'm proud of her, I'm proud of her. I just feel like that's condescending too. You know, like, why are you proud of that she took out her fillers and her silicone? Were you disappointed when she put it in? You know what I mean? Getting them butt shots removed. I'm sorry. Purpose driven. Getting them butt shots removed was a good thing. They're dangerous. They are dangerous, right? Like, I don't think I would get silicone, but if I had the money and if I had the opportunity and I had the right resources and all the information, I probably would get like a butt lift, like, because I feel like jeans, a nice round ass make jeans look nice, gives you a curvier shape. But silicone, I don't know, that just look like unnatural to me. There are women that have got BBLs that look decent, that went to the right people, that paid a lot of money, because beauty and is expensive. So when people say, oh, I'm so proud that she got it out, like, I don't care one way or another. Like, I'm the least judgmental person. I feel like if you want to get work done on yourself, make sure you put a right amount of effort in getting to work done so you can look and feel good, right? Silicone is artificial, so it may like altered her thinking or something. Filters she didn't need. She's not even 30 yet, is she? But she was getting filters and silicones before she even turned 30. Like, I feel now at the age of 42, my body is forming. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry. I had to take a step out the room for a second. Um, okay, so I see you, Anderson. Thank you for sharing that. 5 girls and 1 son. Crystal, thank you. I don't have an issue with cosmetic surgery, as I have an issue with everyone getting the same exact body. Some of it is disfiguring. At that, it is. It is true. You know, and I'm glad you said that. Crystal, most of these famous people were already beautiful. I don't think it's anything wrong with enhancing your beauty. I can't sit there because someone's telling me, you're so beautiful, that I'm supposed to automatically believe that I'm beautiful because you're telling me I'm beautiful. And you're right, it's disfiguring, right? But I feel like some people take the shortcut instead of investing and researching where they going. Like my father, he'll look at Nicki Minaj and say, why she look so animated? Why she look like a cartoon character? He talking about her ass being out of proportion with her body. Because if y'all remember, when Nicki Minaj first started out, she was like a size 2. And I'm not trying to like, how you say it, ridicule her body shape or ridicule her weight. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you can see the difference. So when you say it's disfiguring, that is true. I feel like some girls that go get these BBLs and they go get their body done, they go to all the wrong people. Now, if they go to a qualified, board certified surgeon, the outcome probably will be a little bit different. Wait a second. Wait. Wait, but I agree with you, Crystal A. Did some of it, and most people are like, everybody is beautiful, right? But everyone don't see everyone's beauty, right? I say people are beautiful, and people say that, oh, she's not. A lot of people, beauty is subjective. I don't think there's no one particular person on this earth that is like just pretty for all to see. Because they call Beyonce ugly if she like smirk or smile a certain way. So Purpose Driven said, you remember that lady who took her butt injections out that had 50 something inches? It was a whole story to tell. Yeah, but that she did that shit. That was like body dysmorphia, right? She was like, that was something that she was battling deep down inside of her thoughts and her behaviors, because that did not look natural. That was just like body dysmorphia. Black China probably had body dysmorphia, but someone that want to like tweak, nudge, and improve, like, all right, I want my ass lifted so it could look a little bit decent and my jeans, or I want a V shape, or I want my breasts to sit up. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like when you go overboard and you have no restrictions and you have no boundaries, then that's when it becomes a problem. Let me see. Squats can make any ass look brand new in 4 months, and yes, silicone can affect your health. I don't think squats is all that effective as people may think it is. I feel like if you're not born with a fat ass, you're not gonna have a fat ass. Like, I feel like if the person, like, say Chris Way, push back on me if you want to. Say now, before the pandemic was starting, I could show pictures of me after I had Zachary up until the time I worked out. Now, it would probably take 2 to 3 years to get, or 5 years, 2 to 5 years to get the perfect body you want to get, because I've seen the transformations of many people, right? Squats is not going to make your ass look like a BBL. BBL is much more. Squats is just it's a way to improve or to get it started, right? It's tedious. BBL is like a quick fix, but with the right people doing it. As and silicone can affect your body, So I'm just saying, like, if I had the money, because I am vain, and vanity and health go hand in hand, and I'm not trying to take away from anybody. And if you are and you want to improve yourself and improve your image, and it's something you're not healthy with, make sure that's something that you thought about, and make sure that's something that you are fine with and you are mentally good with before you make any changes to your body. I do not go against women that get their ass done. I don't go against women that want to lift their breast up so it can look nice in a brassiere. I don't go against a woman that wants to have a V shape, a small waist. I don't go against women that want to plump their ass, not with silicone, but make it look a little bit more higher. No, I don't disapprove of any of that. I feel like if you want to get your body done, get your body done. It's okay. Do it so because it's by your consent, and it's within your concern. That's how I feel about that. Let me see. What? Look at Lasagna laughing. Lasagna, do not come up in here laughing. I think when they feel the industry need a perfect body, and in reality they don't. Lots of models have flaws. They use a little tape and makeup in a in a perfect picture. Cosmetic surgery is like tattoo addicted, right? It is, right? But I'm telling you how vain I am. Now, if this page grow and I become famous, this is just a figment of my imagination. I definitely will have to look the part to present in front of my audience. Whether my audience say, oh, well, Bronx girl had her ass done. I'm like, so what? It's available for me to do. Bronx girl had breasts lifted. I'm like, so what? It's available for me to do. Who want to have sagging breasts? Who want to go around with like unshapely bodies? Like, if you're a vain person and you care about your looks, right? Let's not forget that looks matters to certain people. Okay. Nicki Minaj had a teenage body frame. She was so small, Purpose. Right? She was like a 2 or 4, not judging you, Nicki, because I love Nicki, right? I love her music, not all of her music, but when she speaks to me, she speaks to me. And when she talk for women, she talk for women, right? She's just like the rebuttal to all the trap music. She's a rebuttal and she's a representation for men that speak their mind and say how they feel about women. And Nicki and Minaj is saying how we feel about men. So I respect Nicki for that. We're about the same age, so I like that. But I just felt like, Nicki Minaj at some way along the line has probably just a little bit lost who she was, right? But Nicki Minaj is a beautiful woman. I seen her without her makeup, and I'm not saying she's beautiful with makeup on. She's beautiful without makeup, but as she was younger, you seen the beauty in her. It's not like she has a altered face or anything. She just increased her ass, right? And it looked funny to some because that's not the ass she was born with. So people automatically going to judge her based on her ass because that's not natural for some people. And that's okay. And plus, Nicki Minaj is my height, or a little shorter. I'm 5'1". I think she's like 5 feet. So a little people may look at her a little different and say she looked funny because her larger frame is not what we're used to, right? Wait. Nicki Minaj was a tomboy, wore baggy clothes like a dude. Then she turned into a Barbie. I don't like those words, tomboys and dress like a dude, because, and there again, like a lot of people, it's like, I don't want to get into like preaching because I don't preach. I don't want to seem like I'm preaching. I feel like tomboy and dressing like a dude is like labeling and it's like condescending. It's a judgment, right? She is a woman. All women and men and women have feminine and masculine traits. It's a balance, right? So I just wouldn't label her as a tomboy because you could look at her and see that she had a cute, beautiful face. So her face has nothing to do with her body, right? I don't know. I don't like getting into that conversation about calling her tomboy and she dressing like a dude and she turned into a body. So everyone go through a transformation in their life where they say, yeah, that was a phase, that was a style, because I have many different styles. And I'm pretty sure a lot of women in the audience have many different styles that they go through or transformations that they go through and they just change according to the season. I wonder, let me see. Sorry, purpose driven. I wonder when BBL phase is going, the doctor's going to make a killing taking them butts down to the small. Listen, I don't have a problem with fat asses. I don't have a problem with small asses. I'm not a judgmental person. If I see a woman with a fat ass, I'm like, damn, she got a fat ass, right? If I see a woman with a smaller shape, I'm like, damn, I'm not going to eat for the day because I want a smaller waist, right? I think currently right now, I'm a size 8, probably a 10. I want to go down to and stay down at a 4'6", right? I love to be a 4'6". I like shopping on the clearance rack. I feel much better at a 4'6". Now, the lowest and the smallest I was before the pandemic, which was 2 years ago, was a size 2'4". I felt good. I could go on the clearance rack and shop for a size 6 and it looked good and it looked oversized, right? It's about a feeling. How you feel about yourself, like discredit anyone else's opinion. Because if I live for the opinions of others, I would not get out the bed in the morning, I love Lou. I used to be a tomboy, not to say butch back in when she was living a life, right? I don't know. Like we judge people based on what society has us thinking that one should look like, right? So I feel like I don't know. I don't want to get. Good morning, Original Lou. Hello, Bronx and chat. And yes, you gave his own point. Thank you, Lou. See, that's what I'm talking about. My audience, my community, they know me. They know I love fashion. They know I love shoes. They know I'm vain. They know a little bit about me. So when we talk about conversations like this, Nicki Minaj, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Some like her and Beyonce and a lot of people, of course they are trendsetters like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and not even Lady Gaga or Beyonce. I love platform shoes way before then, but it just encouraged me looking at Lady Gaga and Beyonce to wear platforms even more. Nicki Minaj doing her hair different tones and different colors encouraged me to go out there and say, oh, Lila, you could do blonde with pink and be encouraged because women like Nicki Minaj made it, easy for women like me to just go do it and it looks so good, right? So we look at other women and I look at other women and get inspiration, or I look at other women that set in trends. I'm like, you know what? I don't follow trends, but I could see myself doing that. Nicki Minaj did it. She made it look good. Beyonce did it. She made it look good. Lady Gaga, she made it. She looked good. Rihanna did it. She made it look good. It's like, that's where we draw inspiration from. And that's basically like what I'm trying to say. So if I was following Nicki Minaj along her tomboy days and she made it look cute and sexy, because tomboys are cute and sexy too. It depends on what you're looking at. That's how I feel about that. Wait. So look, small clothing always on sale. It is purpose driven. So you see where I'm coming from, right? And that's not to discourage anyone. I'm just saying, as a woman, we are all women. Even if you're a man in my chat, you're welcome. You are gaining and learning from our experiences. And I'm just telling you from my personal point of view and my perspective and my insight, that as a woman who's in her 40s, who know what she want and know how it feels to be different at different sizes, I prefer, and this is not about me, and this is not about discouraging anyone who wants to be on a heavier side or a different size, okay? I feel most energetic at a size 4-6. Now, if I could keep at a 2, right, and just go up to a size 4 and a 6, that'd be perfect. But like Purpose Driven said, smaller clothes are always on sale. Okay? So, wait. Let me see. I like Nicki. She is funny as hell. I'm happy she got a chance to shine and the world can hear her music. Like, I like Nicki Minaj too. Like, I mean, like, she is really intelligent. Certain things she say and do, I don't always agree with what she say. But as far as looking at her, she has a lot of things a lot of women want. And as far as like natural beauty, I'm not saying that women are not naturally beauty. Nicki Minaj shows that, she was a natural beauty. She's a nice looking woman from the age of birth to a teenager to a woman. She got hair down her back. She have the potential to be big or small, right? I like her smaller. That's not for me to say that, oh, she looked terrible the size she is. It's just a difference. That's all I'm saying. Beyonce was a smaller size and Beyonce became a bigger size. It's a difference, right? That's just like we as regular people, when someone gained weight, they be like, oh, she got fat. Someone lose weight, oh, she got skinny. It's a difference. It's just a difference in plain sight. Let me see. Wait, I'm coming to you, loving me, Tracy Anderson. I'm so happy you in this chat, Tracy Anderson. I appreciate your support. Wait, I saw Jaden with a feminine shirt on yesterday and I thought about you. Thank you, Jaden Smith. And that's another thing. I'm not trying here to change anyone's thoughts of opinion. I'm just trying to give them insight into different things, right? We are here, and I feel like a lot of people are, I don't know, brainwashed to think one thing and not the other. I think everyone has a biased opinion about things, but like, Jaden with a feminine shirt, and that's okay. You know what I mean? A lot of men that people like look down on are the most masculine men. They probably could take a little bit more and tolerate a little bit more than the masculine men that you portray and that you want to portray yourself as, right? I wanted to go see Creed 3. I asked 3 men. They ain't never get back to me. So I'm going to take my sons to go see it. My oldest son and my middle son. We're going to all go see it together. I wanted to see Creed 3 because, at one point in time, Michael B. Jordan was considered corny. I thought he was a corny guy, but not in a sense, oh my goodness. He's like, no. I felt like he was corny in a sense of like, he like try to fit the norm. He conformed. Now, if you see him in this from the time he grew up, you can see the transformation and you can see the difference. You can see the man in him, right? A lot of people call him corny, but he's just a respectful person. He's just like not doing out there yelling and screaming, talking about he's masculine. He's not yelling and screaming, talking about, oh, it's beneath him to do this and it's beneath him to do that. But it's like other people like Will Smith who will smack another man with an open fist for a woman, his wife, that he call it on public TV and make a spectacle. That's what you call feminine. That's what you call masculine. Wait. Pink Mafia did a makeover of Nicki's song and it's going viral as of now. Really? I'm gonna check it out. Thank you, Loving Me Tracy. I'm gonna check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for telling me. One thing for sure, you can't please the public. You gotta please yourself. That's true. That is true. You know. Well, Will can't take Jada to West Philly on the playground with the shirt. They clown him for sure. I don't think like I feel like with purpose driven, I feel like you think everyone is supposed to like have the same like thoughts and opinions or share the same. You got all sons Bronx. You got all sons Bronx, no daughters, no daughters. But if my son wanted to wear a tight fitting shirt, I wouldn't call him feminine. And if I did, like that's his choice. If my son wore a tight fitted shirt, I wouldn't call him a girl. I was just saying he's a man showing his physique. I would say he's a man that got a nice body that he could show off his physique. I would just say he's a confident man who's wearing a feminine shirt that can like explore in all different avenues. It's like just because men wear certain clothes or women wear certain clothes, that do not define their gender. So I just feel like, labeling and judging because social norms have told you that men are supposed to wear blue and women are supposed to wear pink. It has like that type of mentality and mindset was hurting the world in the future today. Okay, you gotta see the shirt is not tight and fitted, but actually you probably would rock the shirt he had it on. It was a cute shirt. Really? Wait, let me see. Jaden Smith. Where did he wear it to? I don't know. A lot of people was getting mad because ASAP Rocky was wearing a skirt. A lot of people was getting upset because Rocky was holding his beautiful baby in his arms and Rihanna was holding his hand and the highlight of the picture was on her. But they took the focus off the family and put the focus around it on this fake ass masculine energy talk, which is all bullshit and all propaganda and rhetoric, right? From someone's point of view. Masculine energy, let's get it right. It's not energy, it's vibes. Right? I feel like when people start speaking like that, they showing me that they are part of a cult. When you say, oh, you showing masculine energy, you projected masculine energy. Like they don't even know what masculine mean. They don't even know what feminine mean. Because according to the yin and the yang, feminine, fem is dark, masculine is sun. I mean light, right? Feminine portrays dark, I guess, vibes, and and masculine portrays like good vibes. It's a difference. I feel like everyone should be open and have a broader set of views on things and shouldn't have a one-track mind or be closed-minded or narrow-minded when it comes to like social topics and social discussions. It popped up on YouTube timeline. I don't know why people be bothered. Jaden Smith come from I don't know. In this picture, he got pink hair. He's 24 years old. He's exploring. He's young. He could do what he want to do. He's at that ages when he's trying to find out who he is and who he wants to be. He's going through his growing pains, his adolescent stages, and that's okay. And as adults, who was once in their 20s and went through those growing pains and discovering who we are or who we want to be, I think we should be a little bit more supportive and less judgmental. Wait, let me see. I'm sorry, it's almost at 200K going. Okay, let me see. It's on your daughter's short. Let me see, because I'm right here. I thought I was subscribed to her. Oh, I wasn't? I thought I was subscribed to your daughter. Wait a second. What's the name of the song, though? Oh, no, I don't want to play it because I don't want copyright. But I see her videos right here. Okay. Wait. Colored hair is nothing new. People been doing it for years. It is, but like if a man put pink hair, dye his hair pink, he's automatically labeled that he's gay. If a woman wear jeans or like a hoodie, she's automatically labeled as what? Gay, like the D word. You know what I mean? With the tyke, she's automatically labeled a tyke or you know what I mean, okay? So let's not act like we ignorant of the facts, purpose driven. If a woman wear a certain particular clothing, she's labeled as manly. If a man wear a certain particular item or article of clothing, he's labeled as girly, feminine, right? So a man walking down the street, like Russell Simmons. Did y'all see Russell Simmons in the skirt? Damn, I wish I could do Sharon. God damn, I got so many things to work on. So I can show you the difference. Russell Simmons in a skirt. Wait, not Russell. No, not, what's his name? Not Russell Simmons. What's his name? The basketball player. Damn, yo. I forgot his name because Westbrook. What? Russell Westbrook, right? In a skirt. I looked at him. I was like, damn, he's sexy as fuck. Because he was. Right? He looked fucking sexy. I'm sorry. He looked sexy in the dress, in the skirt. Sorry. I'm just saying his profile and everything. Like, I would not look at him and say, oh, Russell Westbrook is gay because he wore a skirt. He has the physique to do it and the confidence to do it. Women wear hoodies. They do. But they're considered masculine if they wear that hoodie. They're not considered women if they wear hoodies because by biases and judgments of other people, women have to fit in a box and so do men. And that's why we are, as a, community of humans, are angry and upset and project our anger onto other people because we can't be ourselves. I don't conform. I hope my community don't conform. I want never conform to any of society ways. Now, there's a difference by abiding the law, not breaking the law. Yeah, I won't do that. But I can wear what I want, when I want, how I want. I can look how I want and when I want, right? There are things that women like me and everyone else is in this chat, we do have low self-esteem issues that we do work on. That don't mean that you're not confident, but we suffer with insecurities because we are human. Okay? You was know how YouTube unsubscribe people you want until you go to watch. Oh, you know what it is? I think I was subscribed, but I don't got, and it's this thing. When I subscribed to someone and I was looking at it, Tracy, I was subscribed to her, but I didn't get all the notifications. But I got it right here, right? I don't like to see men in dresses nor skirts. That's not sexy to me. Like, I think you probably have a fixated idea of how a man is supposed to look as to whether purpose, having an open mindset instead of a fixed mindset and a fixed mentality on how a man look. Like, if you were to look, men wear kilts, but men wear kilts, but that's not their culture. But listen, a kilt is a skirt, right? Just like a kimono is a robe. And I told this girl before, not a girl, someone I knew, I went to school with, she had a picture on Facebook of a kimono or robe. I said, oh, I like your robe, right? Because that's the first thing that come to mind. I know it's a kimono, but I wouldn't, let me just go right ahead because I don't want to get into that, how people feel that they know the terms of everything. So I said, oh, I like your robe because I wear robes. I got 3 of them, just like the one she had. Excuse me. She came back and said, it's a kimono. What you trying to sound sophisticated? A kimono is a robe. Little do you know. It's like in Chinese culture, like what you think you're going to walk down the block and someone say, oh, that don't know what kimono means or what is a kimono. And they look at it and they just say, oh, I like your robe. And you're going to correct them and say it's a kimono. And I want to come back and say, well, a kimono is a robe. They go argument right there. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like the correction, like kilts are skirts, right? Men, like if you research, do your history back in the day, men that wore skirts were considered masculine. Men that wore high heels were considered masculine. But in today's culture and society, if you wear what you want to wear as a man and you get like the pushback and the hatred and the bigotry from the people of the world, because all humans, they don't have the same ideas or opinions of others. Like Purpose Driven says, she don't think that's sexy. I think Russell Westbrook looked sexy in this skirt. Like go, like, I don't know. Google it. Purpose Driven. Well, ma'am, it's a robe still. You told her right. Look, I'm telling you, Purpose Driven. I just said that because I didn't know how to spell kimono at the time. It wasn't coming up in my word. So I just said, I like your robe. And then I felt like she had some type of friction with me because she's into the fashion world too, and she liked to get dressed up too. Me and her style are totally different. I wouldn't take from her. She dressed nice. I dress nice. She said she wanted to get some pointers from me, and I said I want to get some pointers from her. But when I said I like your robe, I didn't expect her to come back and say it's a kimono, like she was trying to start up a debate. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to spell kimono at the time. So I just said robe to shorten it. And she's like, wow. And that was the end of that. Like, you know, purpose driven, that kilt is a skirt. It's probably a description, just like a polo shirt. People think when I say polo, I'm talking about the name brand. I'm talking about the style of the shirt. So if you wear a short sleeve shirt, a t-shirt with a collar, that's called a polo. It's not the brand name, it's the style of the shirt. And that's when I just don't get into debates with so many people that want to debate or shit that they don't know. Just like the let me see. Just like the Muslim garments, it's a long cover up robe looking garment. Right. Like 3/4, someone will call it 3/4, and someone call it a hijab. Everyone has a different description of their culture. I don't know. What culture do you like? I don't subscribe to a certain culture because I learned about different cultures, because it's always nice to learn about different cultures, and I draw from everything. I just feel like when you put us in a box, especially women and men, it causes chaos and confusion all around the world, and it has. And that was just my point. I was looking at Tracy Anderson, her daughter's page. Sometimes I subscribe and I don't push all, so I don't get notifications. And that just put me out. And I'm like, oh, okay, she put a video out. So I would definitely listen to their music and highlight their music. I wouldn't play it because I don't want a copyright strike. So thank you, Tracy, for sharing that. And that's just the thing. It's like, you know, before we go, I'm looking at the other side of YouTube. And I feel like the previous sector that I have left, and I know I said I wasn't going to speak about it. I'm not. It's just like me giving my opinion. Like, if you out somebody, someone is going to out you. It's a back and forth. It doesn't feel good when you talk about somebody, right? And it doesn't damn sure feel good when they come back and hit you when it hurt the most. A lot of people want to sweep shit under the rug. A lot of people want to act like things don't happen. Then you have these people coming to your defense and saying, well, you know, that's not her. That has nothing to do with her. That has everything to do with her family. But you outed someone else's family. You went on a rage and a rampage on outing someone else's family, talking about someone else's children. And now when it hit close to home, it's like, oh, well, let me explain myself. No, don't explain yourself. You are in it just as long as everyone else is in it, right? You have your demons, if y'all call it demons. You have your secrets and your mysteries in a box. Pandora's box has been opened now, and now people are revealing who you are, and you can't take it. And all I gotta say, I think that's good for you, right? You was out on a journey to expose another family, and now the same family that you're exposing is exposing you for all your secrets and your lies and your deception, which is a good thing. You get what you deserve. I don't feel no compassion for anybody that exposed anyone for spite. Everyone is doing it out of spite. Wait, let me see. Lasagna, the best. Lasagna, right? When you say people think rough. Right. Thank you, Lasagna. They do. It is good, true. Like when you say, oh, I'm going to wear a polo shirt, and they're like, that's not a polo shirt. That's a fake. And I'm like, what? And you don't want to have to, like, how you say it, inform or teach or correct, and you just let it slide and like, okay, dummy. You think you know what you're talking about, but you didn't. But what I'm saying is, like, if y'all still paying attention, which come up in my timeline, which I feel like the roosters are coming home to roost. I guess that's how you say it. Like, if you expose someone and you exploit someone's family and they come back and expose you and exploit you and you don't know how to take it, you're weak, right? You're weak. You went out on a journey. This was your whole motive, to go out and expose and exploit another family. Now another family is exploiting you, which is more heinous. And did you see the comeback? Right? All excuses, all this person was trying to say, well, at least my child is living and yours is not. That's a weak ass comeback. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. right? That is absolutely disgusting. We can do a whole case study on the whole sector, but we don't got time for that shit. I don't have time for it. I don't want to do a case study on the whole sector without calling them mentally ill. They just call it as we see it: dumb, ignorant, uninformed, misinformed, right? Bias, prejudice, right? Hateful, bigotry that they produce on a daily basis, which is not appealing to me, not someone like me, or not someone in my community. We may think it's entertainment. We see it and view it as entertainment, which it is entertainment, but we don't take it personal. But when things come out like this, in this nature, seriously, accusations against someone, and you trying to like sweep it under the rug, and then you got your minions coming out here talking about, oh, you're just doing this out of spite. What was she doing when she went on a rampage and a tirade and put all into going after someone's family to exploit them and expose them, give your personal view on the things, but now when it hit close to home, you don't know how to take it. I think that's good for you. You deserve what you get. I don't feel sorry for nobody at all. You get what you get. Get the bitter with the sweet. Easy come, easy go. Good for you. Now it says getting messy on YouTube streets, but this is entertainment, like one of those soap operas we all wait for. Listen, I understand what you're saying, purpose driven. It's not even entertaining to me. I haven't unfollowed nobody. I'm not, because I feel like I'm like outside of looking in. They like the laughing stock. I'm laughing because they're going hard, and it's funny to me that they're going hard. The old sector, this sector now, I can talk about it as a sector, which I won't, because it's not entertaining, it's not informative, it's not enlightening, it's not teaching me anything. Just like you said, it's like tabloid, scandalous, raunchy drama about average people. I'm not interested in average people. Not like that. I'm not interested in people like that. It's getting messy. Wait, I'm sorry. Here we go. Lasagna said, I don't like when people talk about people that is less fortunate than somebody else. That's true. That's someone else I meant to say. No, they think they are doing well. They not. Nobody over there is doing well. No one. Everybody over there is living paycheck to paycheck, right? I'm sorry. I don't know no one over there that can honestly say that they're making over $100,000 a year. You're making over $100,000 a year, and you have so much time for petty shit. You make it, and you have so much shit, right? That you got time for petty shit. You got so much time to involve and engage yourself in petty shit that you rather involve yourself in petty shit than to invest in things, educate yourself on things, explore other options. So don't try to convince me that you're doing better than the next person when you are surrounded in the same community, right? Poor people live among poor people. Middle class live amongst middle class. Rich people live amongst the rich, right? So in this sector of poor people, which by definition they are, whether you live paycheck to paycheck or not, you would definitely be considered poor because of the algorithm that you're in, the sector that you're in, the views that you get, the Jerry Springer shit that you talk about, the shit that you go out on a limb for to search and research, right? That's poor people's mentality. There's nothing on these YouTube streets that I have learned, especially I think about personal experiences, yes, it's pure hate. You get what you deserve. Yes, you get what you deserve. I guess that's what you call your karma facing you right back, right? Karma showing you what is, so to speak, all those code words that people use, karma, energy, all that shit I don't subscribe to. I think it's funny and scary at the same time, right? I just think it's funny that when certain people, certain sad persons came to this platform with the intentions of taking down someone else, the very same person that you are and wanted to take down, you have not achieved yet. The very same person that you wanted to and it said that you were going to take down is still thriving. The very same person that you said you wanted to take down is giving you a taste of your own medicine, feeding you your own venom. And all you can say is some generic granola response. Ha ha. Right? Who's looking at you now? Look who's talking. That's all I got to say about that situation. I think it's funny. I think that person get what they deserve. I'm not looking at it as, oh, it's not serious to be, it's not to be taken lightly. It's not to be, how you say it, forgotten about, right? But when you speak about someone's family and the way you spoke about someone's family, when you had malicious intent from the beginning, look who's looking at you now. Right? And all you can say and all your followers can say is, oh, they're just jealous of you because you're so intelligent. Oh, they're just jealous of you because you speak so well. And when you raise in predators, most people making, I know that. Most people making 100K still living paycheck to paycheck because they want more expensive things, big fabulous houses and expensive cars. Like $100,000 is not like, if you on $100,000 living on $100,000 like by yourself, you probably have it a little bit easy. So I feel like even if you are a millionaire, you have to live within your means. If you are a millionaire, just like you said, purpose driven, you can't go out there buying $1 billion homes. Unless it's just an investment, unless it's going in your portfolio, unless it's something that you are investing in and it's going to make something of it in the future, right? So I'm just saying, everybody live paycheck to paycheck because nobody, and not even close, and won't ever be close to becoming a millionaire. They won't ever be close to becoming a 1%, right? So you are poor by definition. Let's not get it twisted. What Bronx? Why don't you like that lady? I don't like nobody. I like my community. I like my supporters. I'm very, like, how you say it, prejudiced. Psych, I am. We all prejudiced. We all discriminate. Okay, because I do my research. Not even research, because it's not extensive research, purpose driven. I do things to investigate, just to speak about a certain topic. And it's not that I don't like, because I don't. Like, that's not somebody that I would want to have Thanksgiving dinner with if I was to celebrate Thanksgiving. That's not somebody I would want to go to lunch with or share my inner thoughts with or open up to, because there's deceit and deception there. That's why I don't like fake people who hide behind fake names that has nothing to do with their character. I name my channel Bronx Girl because I'm from the Bronx. A lot of people name their channels after because it has something that is in relation to them. Right? But when you come out, and you shouldn't like her either, purpose, okay? Look at all the nasty, disgusting things that she hid from her audience. Let me see, Lasagna. You know what I mean? I'm going to speak how I speak. I'm going to say how I feel. There's nothing fake over here. I don't have to have a large audience to project. I don't have to have that large audience. I'm not getting on here ranting, raving, screaming and yelling, projecting as if I am a guru, as if I am a god, as if I am a preacher, a pastor, a prophet. I'm not none of that. I'm a carefree person, Bronx girl. Okay? Some of the best people was Some of the best, sorry, Lasagna. Some of the best people was raised in poverty. You learn to appreciate. That's true. But some people want to believe that they are a product of their environment. I don't believe that. There are a lot of people that grew up in unforeseen circumstances, that did not grow up in the best of places, that still have character about them, that still have decency about them. That's what I was trying to say, and the point I was trying to make, right? There are a lot of people that grew up in like circumstances that they could not, how you say it, I don't know. They had no control over. But that don't make them a bad person. They just grew from it. Even if they try to get out that circumstance, that it did not prohibit them from being a kind and loving and compassionate person. Okay. One of them rappers I saw where he showed us the price of his tax shirt was $5.99, shorts $12.99. He said he rock it with expensive jewelry and nobody noticed. He not rocking designers that help save money. I wouldn't invest in jewelry, not like hood jewelry. Like, I'm not investing in $100,000 chain, because who gonna want $100,000 chain, and where can you wear it to? You can't wear it on the streets. You can't just wear it so boldly in the hood, So of course he had to mix and match. He had to pick his poison. Like, I'd rather buy nice shoes. I'd rather spend money on a nice pair of shoes than put money into like a probably $500 pair of jeans. If I buy a $300 pair of jeans, it probably have two $300 pair of jeans. Only two, because those last longer, and the quality of them it should be a little bit more better than like cheap jeans, right? It's just certain things you should invest in, and certain things you could throw and wear one day and throw in. If you want to wear a shirt for one day, don't spend $500 on it. I don't care how much you can afford it. It's just stupid to me. Good morning. Just me. What's the topic this morning? We just, open discussion, open panel. We was talking about all things on YouTube. We was talking about Blac Chyna getting her fillers removed. We spoke about that. We was talking about the old sector and the allegations that are coming out about people's family. We spoke about that. We talked about feminine and masculinity, which is it's like an ongoing topic on here. We just spoke about different things, so you didn't really miss anything. Let me see. Purpose Driven said, I was telling these children if they lived in the third world countries, they wake up 5 a.m. to start their school day. That's true. To start their day, no school bus to get to school. They would appreciate free education. They would. I just feel like that's just the parents' job to educate their children and inform their children. I really don't like comparing. I've seen people do this, right? I'll share a story with y'all. When I had Zachary's my youngest baby. When I had my oldest son at 15 years old, which I have no shame or no regret about, but if I had to do things differently, I would definitely do things differently, right? And that's not to get deep down and personal with this audience, because just because I feel like you're my audience and you support me and we have a great community, that don't mean that I will have to go into like deep down personal discussions or things that I could change or things I want to change, right? Because a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people don't receive it well. They are just there to judge, and that's okay too. So I'm standing at the bus stop with my son, my oldest son, 15 years old. He was in one of the carriers. And this is in Harlem. If you know about New York, you don't have to know about New York. I'm just standing at the bus, just waiting for the bus. Had him as my carrier. And I was standing. It was like a cloudy day. I don't know if it was raining. It wasn't raining. It was a cloudy day, because I remember the day. And I'm standing there, and the mother was with her daughter, right? She pointed at me. I don't know, her daughter and her was having a discussion. Her daughter was quiet, respectful, and polite and kind and listening to her mother. I don't know how they got to the topic of this grown woman, right? Because if she's telling her daughter, do you want to be like her? Do you want to have a baby at the age that she had, a young mother? The girl didn't even answer. She just looked at me, and I just looked at her. I just stood in silence. Like, if I didn't have the baby, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? But you used me as an excuse because I was there by myself. I wasn't with a parent. I always traveled ever since I was 6. I knew how to travel since I was 6 alone. So for her to compare me to her daughter and use me as an excuse for giving like a lesson to her daughter, I felt like that was a weak scapegoat. You don't have to compare anyone to anyone, right? Just because I had a baby at 15, and just because you feel like your daughter or your child is not doing well in school or not following your rules and following your guidelines, that does not mean they're going to end up in the worst situation. Okay? So all I'm saying is, I felt like this is a girl. I didn't even look at the mother. I just looked at the daughter to see the expression on her face. The daughter did not have an expression on her face as if, you're right, Mom. The daughter has an expression on the face like, what does that have to do with anything? Right? I just feel like people, they stand in judgment of others and they compare themselves to others as if they're making a point. Right? She didn't know me. Thank you. She didn't, Purpose. Thank you for putting your wisdom in this chat. And she didn't know me. And that's a good way to look at it. She didn't know if that child was yours, or she didn't know me. It was a random stranger. It was a random person, Purpose Driven. I'd never forget that day. It was cloudy. I had my baby and my carrier. Of course, I look young. to the older person, and of course I will look young to someone my age carrying a baby. But she said, do you want to end up like her, having a baby at a young age? No, you are projecting your preconceived notions, right? You are projecting your bigotry and your hate, and you're using me as a scapegoat, and you trying to all right, teach your daughter all the wrong things. So you teaching your daughter, like, okay, your friend, don't be around people, children, excuse me, don't be around people like this that have kids, because their influence will rub up off of you. I'm not your child's role model. I'm not here trying to teach your child a lesson. You shouldn't compare your child to me, right? And her child did not even look 15. Her child looked like she was about 12 years old. 13 years old. I'm 15. Not that it's much of a difference, but why do you think you can compare me to your child, because your child is not going in the direction that you want your child to go into, right? I don't understand. Like, you're just showing to me as an adult, and this is why people, children, teenagers don't trust adults, because of things like this that they say. I have seen instances where people, and I'm walking with a friend, right? She compared and she said, do you want to end up homeless like that man if you don't finish school? I mean, that is a scare tactic. Yeah, if you don't go to school, you probably end up homeless. Okay, all right, all well. What if that homeless person has high degrees? What if that person had a great job? What if that person had a home and he or she could not make ends meet anymore? So I don't compare other people to other people in that situation. Right? Maybe I do it in a way where well, I don't want to be 5'1" and I don't want to be 300 pounds. Okay. That is a comparison. But even so, that's not a good comparison. I'm just saying, people use scapegoats. People use all this artificial intelligence to compare someone. Like, you and me are two different people. I don't think you're a great mom when you use comparisons to your child. Like, your child, you have all these high expectations of your children, and they never pan out. Everybody wants their children to do good, to get a great education, to succeed in life, to make it, to stay out of jail, to stay out of harm's way, to stay out of trouble. But some way or another, trouble will find you. Some way or another, you will be put in harm's way, even if you just innocently walking by someone and you get hit by a stray bullet. How could you have prevented that? People be talking about the wrong time, the wrong place. No, what if I'm on my way to work, minding my business on a train, and a deranged, demented person decided that he want to take over the train? How is that the wrong place and the wrong time? And that's my routine. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people just throw out misinformation out there. Purpose Driven asked me, why you don't like that lady? Because she's not likable, right? Now she's being met with her own venom, right? Nobody said anything about that. Why haven't y'all talked about the perpetrator, the what did you call the predator that she may have in her family? But it was so easy for you to exploit and explore other people's children, calling them gang members. What's the difference? Then you try to come back and say, well, because I felt like that was an interesting, I just felt like it was interesting that information was put out there. Yeah, blindsided, right? If you could get information, they could get information too. Why no one is talking about, oh, well, there is a chance that even if the case was dismissed, you were accused of certain things. But it just goes to show you that people see what they want to see, and they talk about what they want to talk about when it conveniences them. Okay. Purpose Driven said, single moms always try and scare their children to go in the right direction. Then some kids be whatever, thinking the parents weird. Not only single parents. I feel like a lot of people put pressure on single parents, and there are many instances where single parents have raised beautiful children and successful and thriving children. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's just so sad that people are lumped into a box. It's just so sad that a lot of people go by the same script, talk about the same things, and have the same mindset and mentality. Hey, y'all, good morning. Mets, meet the Mets. Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Thank you. Some young parents are better than older parents. That's true. Some are. They have a little bit more, how you say it, empathy. You know, some older parents, can you say, like Janet Jackson having a baby at 50, everybody said, oh, that was okay because she had money. Or everybody say, oh, it's okay for Nick Cannon to have like 12 babies by 12 different women. That's not okay to me. Now, if you want to get into gist of that, it's not okay. I don't care how much money he got. He's just going around all irresponsible. And even if the women do consent to it, it's like, you're a man. You're supposed to have more control and discipline. What type of legacy is you trying to leave behind where, you know, your families, if they not living together in one house and grow up together, like, and they don't know each other, like, one of your daughters or one of your sons meeting each other 20, 30 years later, and they don't know their brothers and sisters, and they mating and making it. Let me shut up. Yes, I learned never compare kids. My son graduated from college later to find out he did it for his parents. We have to let our kids make their own life decision. That's true, Lasagna. Well, shout out to your baby for graduating from college. Like that deserves to be honored. That deserves to be credited. That's because you raised him to go in that direction, right? And it's okay. He did it. As long as he got his education, he has an education to fall back on. And Lasagna and you and your husband and his father get all the credit you deserve, and he get the credit too, because he had the one to be there to go and do all this work. Okay, being accused and charged is different. So people got to be sure to word things properly before they get a case unfolded. So what? Right? Like, being accused and charged is different, but being accused is worse, right? Because if you do commit an act of crime, you are going to get charged. But being accused is that you have some type of responsibility in it, right? I mean, people get locked up for years for doing like crimes they didn't commit, but you do still have to consider the fact that this may have some credence to it. Okay, you do still have to consider the fact that your child, dead or living, is no better than your child, right? So that is just an embarrassment and humiliation, which I think serves her right. Let me see. I can't see that name. Sorry. Tia. Thank you. She said just saying that fire. Thank you for welcoming to the chat. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your, feedback, and welcome to this Monday morning chat. Let me see. Purpose. We know many innocent men and women in the system right now. They're innocent. Wait, we know many innocent men and women in the system right now, and they're innocent. I know that, but listen, that don't excuse her behavior or her trying to justify her like skeletons in her closet. I could see if she put herself out there and said, listen, I have a story to share. I want to be upfront with my audience before this get out. Because I did that on the other channel when I told people, I didn't complete school, right? That was like taken and made a hot topic, but you got nowhere. Many people don't finish school and are multimillionaires. Many people don't finish school and have great skills behind them, right? So something like this that's serious in nature, you will try to put out the story before it's found, right? Don't say, oh, that has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with my child. No. Talking and saying all this bull crap, talking like you a child and shit, talking about I'm a boy mom. That is a mind and mentality of a sick, deranged, demented person, right? It's absolutely demented and deranged, or even illogical to think that you wouldn't be put to the fire or your feet wouldn't be held to the fire. That is absolutely crazy to think that you can't be outed. I'm glad she got outed. She deserved to get outed. Now she consider and think about anything going forward before she try to out anyone else. She's not perfect. She don't appear to be perfect. She would never be perfect. She don't even have the how you say, the appearance of a perfect person. They are dragging her down. She's looking tired now, worn out, stressed out, don't know where to turn, but to her forced, right, inflated ego. Wait, okay. Purpose driven. Did I put that up there? Okay. I'll always say, I'll never say my child won't do something, because when they are out of sight, children act different. They do. Thank you. Right? And sometimes we know our children pedigree. Sometimes we know how they mix and move. And sometimes they are totally different. Right? I'll give you an example with Zachary. When he was started school, early intervention, he's 3 years old. I come pick him up, and he'll come and say, Mommy, are we going to go to the park today? The teacher would be blown away that Zachary know how to speak. Like, this boy is speaking. He did not say nothing the whole day, right? That's an example. And we knew he know how to speak. Or I underestimate Zachary, saying that he don't know how to do something when he damn sure know how to do it and do it well. Right? Like my oldest son, right? He all quiet and conservative, because he's quiet and conservative now. I'm not talking about on a political stance. I'm talking about in his nature. He always been conservative, and he always had his ideologies and beliefs and everything. And he used to do things. I'm like, oh no, my son wouldn't do that. Come to find out, he's doing the shit. When I found out he was smoking weed, I was like, oh, okay. You can't really pounce on your child for smoking weed. You be like, yo, don't let that deter you from moving forward in life. Don't let that be a distraction. But okay, I'm just saying, we don't know what our children do when we're not around. But for you to think that you cannot be met with the same friction, the same ridicule, the same whatever you put out is coming back to you. You talking about karma, talking about all this shit, but I think it serves you right. I think it's serious in nature, whether the charges were whether the person was charged or not. You still have that accusation. You still have that under your belt. You still have that X across your name. You would still be considered as a SO. Exactly, Lasadia. Exactly. That's it, Bronx. You have to air out the dirty laundry before you go after people. That's true. But I feel like now, at this point in time, like my children, I'm like, my content is totally different. But since people want to bring it up and they don't want to talk about it, because I said I was leaving the sector. No, I have, and I did. I just won't say certain names, because you already know who I'm talking about. If the allegations are serious in nature, the allegations are serious in nature. That's a serious allegation. That's a serious accusation to be brought against a young person, especially a person of color. I don't care if a white girl accuse you. I don't care if a black girl accuse you. We're not going to go to the lower levels of it, right? Now, I'm going to be honest and open and frank, right? Women do lie. But you have to believe them at first to see if the serious and the nature of the allegations are true. It has to be investigated. Whether the person was charged or not, whether the person was brought up on charges or not, it still has to be investigated. Now, if it was a child, I will be on this freaking, I will go back into the sector just for that. Oh, you raising allegedly a SO? Either way you look at it, you still have that attached to your name as a SO. Okay, no, it's just no way to look at it other than what it is. If you were accused of SA, that will be stamped on your name forever. Just as easy as it was to be brought up and broadcasted and exploited and for the world to see, that means that those charges, right, even if they were dropped, your name alone has still been attacked. It still would always be attacked. That's all I got to say about that. It doesn't feel so good, right? That you was talking about someone's dead child. It doesn't feel so good that you was talking about, I'm sorry. And people, whatever you take and you do with this, because this is a serious topic and this is a serious accusation, and this is something that the Black community like to sweep under the rug. When it hits home, oh no, we're the victim. Oh no, I'm being attacked. Oh no, they're just doing it out of spite. Oh no, that has nothing to do with me. That's not my own personal convictions. That's my whatever, right? No, but when it hits home, you don't know how to handle it. But it was A-okay for you to go out on a limb. It was A-okay for you to go out and terrorize. It was A-okay for you to go out on a journey to dig up information on somebody's child that may have been a part of a, I don't know, gang or not. But I'm sorry, And people may say, you sound crazy, Bronx. And that's hypocritical. If anyone wants to push back, they can. I'd rather, honestly speaking, if my child or anybody, my child, let's keep it on my child. I'm talking about my children who's old enough to know that right from wrong. When I say right from wrong, you know that if you cross the street and a car is coming and you walk in front of that car while the car is coming, then that's on you. That's your responsibility. We don't know. And it depends if you intend it to be that way, right? That's kind of wrong for you to just walk out in the middle of the street and intentionally get hit by a car. That's something different, right? I would not want these accusations on my child's record of accusations of SA. I'd rather my child go through a phase, join in a gang because he felt like he didn't have nowhere to go, nowhere to turn, than a woman coming forward saying that my son, that I'm raising to be a man and want him to have some discipline and some control and have self-composure, right? A child acting out of a human adult man acting out of a tantrum towards a woman, right, where they belong in jail. If you have these type of accusations, I'd rather my child join a gang than my child to have SA accusations pit against them. Okay. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I'm speaking the truth. I told my father yesterday, I was like, you know what? I didn't know I was weird until people on the internet told me I was weird. I never heard I was weird until I came to YouTube. And this is honestly speaking. I told y'all people have called me crazy, silly, whatever, but they have never called me weird. He said, oh, you don't think that's true? I'm like, now I embrace it as something good. Like calling me weird does not like stomp me. Calling me weird does not like stop me or intimidate me or even scare me because I know I embrace it differently, unique or strange, eccentric, whatever. I didn't know that until I came to the internet. But then again, you got to think about it. They call everybody weird. They call people weird if you wear blue hair. Okay. I would have really liked to see y'all on the panel just speaking, no yelling. That would have been interesting. I definitely wouldn't have been yelling. That person right there does not like to be challenged. That person right there has no like real extended intellect, anti-intellectual, like pseudo intellect. Act like you say a few words, jumble a few words together to act as if you're so intelligent and you are so important. I just feel like she get what she deserved. I thought it was nasty, disgusting, and inhumane to put someone's child out there like that who cannot speak for themselves, who cannot come to the rescue for themselves, whether he's dead or living. The other person I have criticized and ridiculed for speaking about other people's children, but that has nothing and that does not compare to like, what's going on now. Like, how do you come back from that? How do you save face from that? How do you like make your audience still put and have trust in you? All she is doing is like, okay, I could be the worst person of the worst. I could be the nastiest person of the nastiest. I can commit many offenses and I will still only care about growing my audience to a higher heights. So no matter what anyone say about me, and this is not me in particular, I'm talking about a certain said person. All that person is worried about jumping up their views. All that person is worried about accumulating more subscribers. They don't care about the accusations. They don't care about the seriousness of the accusations. They don't care about the nature of the accusations. All they care about is growing their channel to say, oh, well, we got you one way or another. That's how I feel about that. And I'm not going to sit there and go and speak on a panel with someone that has preconceived notions, a closed mind, a narrow mind, a biased mind that's not open to other people's opinions, right? So when we come on here and we talk about how we feel and we start doing commentary and giving live broadcast shows, that's just like more of so of our personal experiences. But when you try to teach and inform an audience and you have skeletons in your closet, you won't be revealed. Where it is used. It is Lasagna. It is Lasagna. I love Lasagna. I love Purpose Driven. These two are my teammates and Just Me. Just Me is my roaster. She can roast anybody at any time, at any place, right? Purpose Driven, she put her wit, she put her wisdom, she put her spin on things. And I'm not saying that your spin on things is like, how you say it, misleading. No, I'm just saying that you give it to me in a different way and open my mind to a different perspective and a different insight. I appreciate that about you, Purpose Driven. And Lasagna sit there and she pushed back and she let me know, Bronx, maybe you could say it in this way and they'll understand it and receive it a little bit more differently. Okay, so we have a team over here. We have a building community of it. We're going to continue to build this platform, and we are different, and we are unique, and we are eccentric, and we are weird. We take that with a grain of salt and we embrace it. Wait. So Beatrice says, Bronx, I think you say shit just to be different or odd. No, this is me who I am. I don't front. Take me as I am, right? Take me as I am. This is who I am. I'm not fronting. I'm not putting up a front. This is who I am. I'm speaking off the top of my head. I put thought into what I say. I put consideration into what I say because I know there are people that are listening out there that will receive it in one way or another. I don't want people leaving my platform or leaving this live with misinformation. This is only from my personal experience or just from my, I don't know. I'm just sharing my personal experiences with you. Okay, I just feel like when people say that, I think you say shit to be different or odd. No, I am different. I am odd. And I know I am different and I am odd just by the interactions I have with other people. And I'm not saying that that puts me on a pedestal or a top 10. It's just that I am who I am. I am authentic. Of course, I'm not going to share my whole life story with you all. I don't feel like if it's not like something that will come back and haunt me or come back to haunt me in the end, I don't have to share it. I will always be upfront and honest with my audience because I don't want them to be blindsided by anything at all when the time comes. Okay. Lasagna said, back in my day, weird was geeky. Wait, back in my day, weird was geeky person, a preppy person, a bookworm. Right. And that's something totally different. Weird is considered like what? I don't know. Like, oh my God, she's weird. She's a demon. Okay. So I see you, Timothy. Welcome to me. I'm reading Purpose. I was told tomorrow Black people should stay inside since Trump going to jail. What the hell? So be careful for real, Purpose. Purpose Driven. I heard he going to jail. Can you imagine they toting his old ass to jail because he did something that he could avoid it? So, hey, Timothy. Timothy said, I think she went far when she went out on a limb and told Heartless YouTube, I want what's best for my children. No gang members nor SO. It's really sad. They have 70% of color people are down one another. I would want my child to join a gang than to be accused of SA, Beatrice. Like, get it together. Like, you're the only one that's you're not the only one that's pushing back, but you're trying to make something out of nothing. I just said that if my child had a choice, or if I wanted to, I said if my child had a choice, or if my child was going to be accused of anything, I would want my child to be accused of joining a gang instead of being accused of SA, violating someone else's rights, throwing a child tantrum because they can't get what they want, right? Many people that have become gang members has reformed and became better people, right? That does not prohibit them from functioning in today's society. But someone that has that attached to their name, SA, that follows you through life, right? That is on your record for life. You are an SO for the rest of your life, even if you were in charge. Just as simple as that. It's so easy to become a SO by the court of law, right? You could be stalked. I don't even want to get into that deep down into the conversation, but I just said, if I want something to be on my son's record, if I wanted something to be on my son's record, not that I would want any of it to be on his record. I would like him to have a clean slate, right? I wouldn't want nothing SA attached to his records. Sorry. Look, Purpose Driven said, y'all know them gang members, SA folks all the time. If I had my choice and neither of that, I want to wish wait, y'all know that gang members essay folks all the time, right? That's not true. If I had my choice, none of neither of that ish, I want my child to be a model, respectful citizen. Well, I think we put too much pressure on our children to say you want your child to be the, model, respectful citizen. Of course, you want your child to be a respectful citizen. But why is it okay for someone of that nature who claims that they are enlightened and they can enlighten a group of people and they have these skeletons and demons in their closet that is now being revealed to the public and to the community, right? Going through a gang is something like easier to go navigate through a gang than to navigate being attached to an essay, right? Everyone has whatever demons you may call it. Everyone has their skeletons in their closet, but to hide that, right? To hide it from the public. And you went after another woman and her child that was deceased and saying how you felt about the deceased child. And you are sitting up and you are living and you are raising a predator. Okay, why the Hobson choice? What do you mean? What's that mean? I don't know. Why the Hobson choice? I don't understand. Purpose driven. I am guessing Trump. Oh yeah, talking about Trump. Why the Hobson choice? I'm just saying, y'all need to come and use your y'all so willfully use your intellect. But when it comes to this, it's always excuses and swept under the rug, right? It's not like, oh, let's interrogate, let's ask questions, let's ask what's the root of the problem or how this came about. It's like swept under the rug. Okay, let's go. If you heard some gang stories, that's the stuff that goes on is crazy. I didn't know back in the days, these bike clubs is deep. Okay. Let me see. If you're proven innocent, then you could deal with them according to law. But gang members are very dangerous, which I saw no firsthand are engraved. Listen, let's not like compare like one violence is better than the other. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if my child or if anyone else, right, if I had to like paint that picture on them, right, because some gang members, they do have their faults, and if you join the gang, it is bad. I'm not saying that it's okay to join a gang, but I would not want to have an essay attached to my record for the rest of my life, right? Because it's always going to be that's going to always be attached to the record for the rest of your life, whether you charged or not. But the fact of the matter is that it was swept under the rug. It wasn't brought out. It wasn't brought to the forefront. When you're sitting there trying to ridicule, scorn, and outshun, and how you say take someone else out, when you sitting there being a hypocrite, right? Because you don't have you have a dysfunctional family too. You have a dysfunctional children too, right? So whether they living or deceased or not, that's still attached to your name now and your child's name. Let's not like make one crime better than the other. I'm not trying that one crime is better than the other, but I wouldn't want my son, a black man, right, have these type of allegations in nature, heinous in nature, attached to him, or him even being thought about being accused of something so heinous like this. Okay, let's not twist it up. Truth be told, both are horrible gang members. SA offenders keep both away from my family. I have to watch my child with or either around. See, and that's okay, right? I'm just saying. I didn't start this conversation. This was way started before I brought it up. I'm just elaborating on it. I'm just pushing back on it because before, at one point in time, it was like a hot topic for that person talking about this woman's child, deceased child being in a gang member, talking about this deceased child wearing certain clothes that you would not want your child to wear. You wouldn't want your child. The point and the fact of the matter is, the point particularly is, as you have predatory behavior going in your family too. Whether it's a gang member, that's predatory behavior. Whether it's an essay, that's predatory behavior, which you are well capable of, and you raise a predator. Okay? Let's keep it 100. Now she have to call them to the forefront to explain these charges that were outed and exploited for the world to see. Now she's embarrassed, and it's good for her. You should have thought about that before you played with fire. Fuck out of here. And now all people are saying is, oh, well, why you don't like her? It's not about me like her. I don't like nobody. I like my community. I like my community of supporters. I don't like nobody, right? But I respect people because that's just natural to respect people. We all gonna watch how this. After this, I'm not even talking about it. I just wanted to talk about for Monday Madness. We all gonna watch how this shit plays out. This is a soap opera, how the West turns. Look, I don't even care like about the people. I just felt like this was a hot topic. I felt like this was my time to gloat. I felt like this was my time to be like throw it in her face, like ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if someone take the time out to do an investigation on my family and my child, I'm definitely not saying nothing at all. I'm not. I'm not. I could have the worst of the worst, but that wasn't my intent to start with. Like, I didn't come out swinging out the gate saying, oh, I'm going to take this one person down because I'm taking up for another person. I didn't come out swinging, talking about I'm defending no one. A lot of people in this community of YouTube, I mean, in this atmosphere of YouTube, in this environment, right? They have misconceptions and they have like, I don't know, uncontrollable thoughts. I don't defend nobody. I don't like nobody like that. Everyone has their own personal formed opinion about how people run their platform and their commentary and how they like give their content and shit. So if you out here talking about one person in a good way, oh, you're going, what you say, I'm ass kissing. Oh, if you talking about a person in a negative light, oh, you don't like that person. Like, make up your minds. Make up your minds. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Lisa. I'm in an all-female biker club, and we are not gang members. We range from 30-something up to 70-something. That's so sweet. A bike club. Yeah, a bike club is like more like reputable, and they have their, negative connotations also. And I understand what you're saying, Lisa, and that's a good thing. That's a community of people, a community of women coming together, and that's a great thing. And I'm not saying that all gang, I really just don't like elaborate on gangs. I was just making, if you want, not you, Lisa, I'm just saying like people were saying like, oh, well, how you want to say you want your son in a gang but not an SA, and then somebody else said, well, gang members are accused of SA too. Like, yeah. But what I'm saying, this is an individual that is not in a gang. So what point is it to be made? This is a individual who's not in a gang, that has been accused of something so heinous in nature, that has been accused of something so serious that you can't overlook. And that's the thing. We as parents have to come to our children's rescue. Right? I don't expose my children on here. Of course, my children are not perfect. They've never been perfect. I don't raise them to be perfect. I don't like some of the choices they make, but they are grown now, so they have to take responsibility and accountability on their own. But I will say, nobody will run my child name in the ground. That's something I won't do, but I'm not going to defend my child over something so like petty. But you need to defend your child over this and explain. And people was like, you don't got to explain yourself. That's your child, not you. Like, shut up, stupids. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's like a lot of people, oh, now they being hit with a scandal. Now they being hit with raunchy, how you say it? Raunchy, scandalous drama. They don't know how to take it. This is way more serious than someone's son being deceased and like brandishing a gun to a camera. Okay? Talking about I'm not the type of mother that wouldn't let my child wear this or that or gang colors. Oh, really? So if your child is accused of being an SA, then he belongs in a gang. That's all I'm saying. Hypocrites, heathens, sitting up there trying to enlighten the world when you got a closet full of skeletons, and now you're outed. And now I hope you humble yourself, because the way you went out on a tirade and out on a rampage against another woman and her family because you wasn't satisfied of how she was talking about another woman, and you sitting up there being a hypocrite, stewing in all your bullshit, stewing in all your negativity, stewing all in your criminal, allegedly, activities concerning your family. Now, how does it feel? Good for you. I don't got no compassion for nobody. on these YouTube streets. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, in the worst way possible. But if you're the type of person that stand before your audience and you want to be praised as some god and shit, and now you get knocked down a few notches and you don't know how to come back from that, good for you. Right? Nobody is perfect on here. I don't like nobody less than more than the other. There's some people that I probably favor than other, and that's only and it's nobody now at all. I don't favor nobody. I don't like nobody more than the other. But once you feel like you're better than the next person because you have accumulated a certain amount of education and you sit up here and you say, oh, well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. I don't raise my children to be like that. I don't raise my kids to wear their pants off their ass. I don't raise my kids to wear like, what is it called? Scullies. I don't raise my kids to wear whatever you may perceive a black person to wear and makes them a bad person or makes them a less than of a person because of their choice of clothing. But now you are brought to the forefront. The light is shining on you. You have the spotlight on you. Deal with it. Stew in it. Right? And your audience telling you that you shouldn't have to explain yourself. Why not? You should explain yourself. You should, even if you don't explain, you should explain yourself. Why is it that you're raising a black man and may have been accused of, as say, whether it's true or not? Why didn't you break that story before you started talking about someone else's child? Okay. Most people don't raise their children to be criminals, neither. They don't. And some people do, right? Listen, we probably like unintentionally raise our children to be criminals by the things that we say, by the way because a lot of, and I'm not going to even lie, I have seen and I have experienced a lot of like prejudice within family, the discrimination, or just even the comparisons in the family. I have heard her say things about her family, about her children. I'm a boy mom. That sounds absolutely ridiculous and crazy at most. I have heard her say, oh, well, I don't raise my children to be wearing, what is it called? I don't know, shit that like defines a black person. But look at you now. Your son name and his face is splattered across YouTube, right? I will look down on him more than I look down on a black man brandishing a gun. That's all I got to say about that shit, right? I'm just saying, be careful of what you say and what you do to people and how you speak about people, right? You didn't think that was going to come out. You didn't think you would be exposed. You didn't think that your son would be put on the forefront and shine a light on him. That makes you look like a terrible person. That makes you look like a horrible parent. That makes you look incapable and incompetent to raise your child in a most respectful way. You are, like I said before, a hypocrite. And those allegations, whether they're true or not, just confirm that you are. It's going to take a lot. And I don't want to talk about this shit no more. It was a weekend array of events. And I'm just glad that she got her ass handed to her the way she's supposed to. There's no excuses that you can make. There's no statements that you can make to ensure me that you did not do what you were supposed to do to ensure the proper steps so this won't come out. Good for you. And I hope your audience see the same way and get the same message. That's all I got to say about that in that regards. Okay. I just feel like there's nothing for me to talk about after this. I didn't say nobody's name. I don't have to say nobody's name, but this was a story highlighted. And this is something that I took interest in. It was like, oh shit, I don't care if you probably were convicted of not paying your rent allegedly. So what? I don't care about that shit. But a black woman going after another black woman, ridiculing, down in another black woman about her son's deceased son's decision, and here you have a living, walking vessel. Let me see. Lisa's going to take us out with her She said that's why these people need to keep their mouths shut, especially if they have skeletons in their closet. Thank you, Lisa. I agree. And thank you for taking us out on that note. I would like to say thank you to my audience, my community. Thank you for listening to my insight and my perspective. I love you for listening. It only gets better from here. We will grow as we grow. I don't care about the backlash. I don't care about the responses because I'm not going to stay in one place for too long. This was just an open topic discussion, which we discussed. That's it. That's all. Like I don't get embarrassed that easily. One of my personalities on this platform is a narcissist. Narcissists don't have that much empathy, so I don't empathize with too many people. Only my audience and my supporters and my community. And I wanted to before I go, but I don't know because I got to clear out my emails. Thank you, Lisa. I wanted to clear out my email. Damn, I got to clear. I wanted to put my shit. I wanted to put my email in the chat, but I'll do it. I'll put it up on my wall. I have where my supporters and my community can contact me if they want to contact me and they want to speak about certain things. I'll make a special, like just a special for my members and my audience just to contact me. And we could like just have conversations and I'll bring it to the forefront. So everyone have a great day. Lisa said, thank you, Lisa, for taking us out on that note. I appreciate your insight and your opinion. Thank you, Lasagna and Purpose Driven. I appreciate your participation. Thank you, Dana Dane and Timothy Johnson. Just me, Douglas, never answered the question. Lasagna, of course, you get the utmost highest regard with the hello and a shout out. And Lou, thank you to my audience. Thank you to my community. And thank you for just listening to my insight and my perspective. I love you for listening. I want everyone to have a great, great day. Be safe, everyone. I love you for listening. I do.